Hello, folks. Alright, you wanted it, you got it. I will be analyzing the infamous I Was Raped video that Amberlynn has since deleted. Thank you so much for exposing ALR. Exposing ALR. See what I did there? Anywho, so perhaps this person's channel might be worth a watch. I haven't looked through it, but perhaps I'll do that later. How'd y'all like that intro music, huh? Alright, I figured you'd like it. Okay, so I've got my vape, I've got my drink, I've got my kitty. Hi, kitty! I'll catch up with you later, okay, little buddy? I'm a little nervous. I don't know if I've actually watched this whole video before, quite honestly. Here we go. Let's do this.
Hey you guys, so I wanted to make a video about something that I haven't really talked about, really.
I guess I should preface this with, we do not merely judge her on her physical appearance, okay? The main point of these videos is to, I guess in a sense, expose her for who she really is and perhaps push her in the right direction. But when people come onto YouTube and they're not honest with their viewers, they're frauds. And I've said this time and time again, she's a fraud. Here we go. Now, we all know that she lied about this, okay? Because she ended up admitting it later on. And also, so she lied about her ex-girlfriend taking advantage of her. Keep in mind, her ex-girlfriend was in high school. She was 15 years old. She has since become a man by the name of Kasey. But what I'm looking for in here is the exact moments. Does she speak any truths? This video is 21 minutes long. Does she speak any truths at all? Now, the first thing that I notice on here is that she's got her glasses on. It's very rare for Amberlynn to wear her glasses, but I do believe that this might be a vulnerability / defense mechanism that she's using to kind of like, you know, like when people in poker wear their sunglasses. It's kind of like that. It's a security thing. It's a, I'm about to try to fool you guys. I don't want you to see the truth. Because as you know, the eyes are the window to the soul. And people have been saying that for hundreds of years for a reason. Okay, let's proceed.
I'm sorry if this video is like all over the place.
Lie.
I'm not going to edit it or anything because I can't. My editing system is just not working. So, I was recently talking to someone who had no idea that I was in an abusive relationship before. And they told...
Okay, first of all, why is she slurring so bad? She sounds like she's wasted.
Told me how...
Is it on something slow? No, it's definitely fat. Okay, I'm gonna speed it up.
Girls who stay in abusive relationships are just lazy. And that they...
So, she's looking over this way, because she knows that that's not a truth. She knows that people who are in abusive relationships are not lazy. She knows that that's not a truth, so...
like to be abused. Now, I from firsthand witnessed...
Okay, did y'all see that? I don't know what she's smiling about because honestly I don't remember this video, but she just did a micro expression, a smile.
Stay in abusive relationships are just lazy. And that they like to be abused. Now, I'm from firsthand.
Okay, so she looked here, but she's also looking down. She's looking down in shame, okay? So we've got her looking here, I firsthand, down in shame.
Witness.
Why is she smiling? I don't know.
My dad abusing my mother my whole childhood. There were knives involved, hair pulling to the point of wads of hair would just come out in his hands. I witnessed my mom having a broken...
Okay. Something... It's really touchy because I don't want to say that she did not experience this. But I feel, based on how she's looking, every time she says, I witnessed, she goes down here. So I'm wondering if she didn't necessarily witness, but perhaps was in another room when it was happening. You know, as a child, when things like that are happening, you tend to retreat to a safe place. And she was probably in her bedroom. So that's why, because she does, when she's talking about her dad pulling the hair and all that stuff, that was true. And even the fact that she mimicked the moment, she mimicked that with her hand. So that tells me right there that that did happen. She's remembering it. So even though she was looking in the direction of lying, the fact that she had her hand clasped was a memory that she probably remembers her mother showing her. Now, she looks down to the left because she didn't necessarily witness all of that stuff happening. Perhaps her brother did. They may have actually witnessed it themselves while she was in the room, and they told her about it. That's not to say she's lying about it. It's just to say that based on her reactions, you know, I just said what I said.
Broken nose, broken teeth, bruises upon bruises, and they're...
Okay, so bruises upon bruises, she's embellishing. It's probably true, but just for the story, she's saying bruises upon bruises. She didn't have to say bruises upon bruises. She could have just said bruises.
Has also been a few broken bones involved, and that was all coming from my
True.
father. I knew it wasn't right as a little girl.
True.
I tried my hardest to defend my mother towards him.
I think she was incredibly little. I don't think she had the power to defend, so I think that's... her trying is in the sense that she knew she couldn't do anything about it.
It was impossible. He's a big guy, really strong. He's like 6'7", and I'm just this little girl
6'7".
throwing fists at my father's back, trying to get him to stop, and I couldn't.
Truth.
I told myself I would never be with someone who lays a hand on me. I always questioned why my mom stayed with him. Like, what was the point? And she'd always say, because I love him.
Truth.
And I'd be like, why do you love someone that, you know, abuses you? So, my first true committed relationship, I've had a lot of, like, random relationships, like, don't even consider them, though, but, like, my first, like, live-in relationship was with a girl named Kasey. I feel very, strongly about this, and I feel like it's okay for me to say her name.
Okay, hold on.
Because she was with a girl named Kasey. I feel very, strongly about this, and I feel like it's okay for me to say her name, because she's transgender now, so she's not Cassidy no longer, so I'm...
She's not Cassidy no longer. That's true.
Able to say her name because she's a once was person. Like, Cassidy is no longer here anymore, obviously. I'm not going to say his new name because we're talking about her. Transgender talk is too confusing, so we're just going to leave it as that. So, her name was Cassidy, and it was first long distance, and I was living...
Whew. I don't know, you guys.
In Oklahoma for a bit of that time when it was long distance. By the way, she lived in Arizona. But when I first started talking to her, I was in California, but then I moved to Oklahoma, and I was going to Arizona for just a month to visit her.
Okay, so I think she originally had a plan to go to Arizona for another reason, a fake reason, and she shifted this way.
Her, like, we were in love, thoroughly in love. We were together.
She's looking here, guys, not here. So she is telling the truth.
For, I want to say about a year and a half before I went there and, like, stayed with her for a month. So I was there for, like,
wait, let me look at that again.
We were together for, I want to say about a year and a half before I went.
Okay. I don't think that they were together for a year and a half before she went over there. I think they were together a lot less. Not necessarily a lot less, but it definitely wasn't a year and a half. She did a slight shift to the left right here.
Went there and, like, stayed with her for a month. So I was there for, like, 2 weeks, And I called my mom and I was like,
Truth.
oh my God, I miss you so much, you know, because I was living with her and my grandma at the time. And on the phone, she told me, your grandma said you can't come back to Oklahoma. You can't come live with us. And I was like, what? Like, where do I go?
Truth.
I was really scared. I had literally nowhere to live.
Okay. I think she had a few possibilities of where to live. I think she did. I definitely think she had some other options. Let's look at that again.
Like, where do I go? I was really scared. I had literally nowhere to live, and Cassidy's mom was pissed.
And her use of literally is to further solidify that lie. Okay.
Because I think she knew right then and there she's going to have to...
Oh, what I was... Sorry, y'all, I spaced out. I had to check my phone for a second. I got a thing. I got a thing. A comment that I got distracted with. Hello, ADHD. All right, so... And yes, I was actually diagnosed by a doctor. Anyway. This is one of the few things that I can actually concentrate on for the most part. Anyway, what I was saying was her use of literally... is to further solidify her point in saying that she literally had nowhere else to live, which was clearly a lie because she looked this way.
To take on, like, me. Because I didn't have a job. I was really scared. I had literally nowhere to live, and Cassidy's mom was pissed. Because I think she knew right then and there she's going to have to take on, like, me. Because I didn't have a job, because I was in Arizona just for a month, so I didn't have a job, I didn't have anywhere to go, I had no car. I was like, oh my gosh, like, because being in foster care, like, you're very, like, taken care of in a sense, you know? Like, they always make sure you have a roof over your head and stuff like that, and I was like, oh my God, I'm 18, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Gosh, like, because being in foster care, like, you're very, like, taken care of in a sense, you know? Like, always make sure you have a roof over your head and stuff like that, and I was like, oh my God, I'm 18, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and this whole thing. But Cassie's mom let me live there, and it was a very small apartment. I'm talking, like, I think it was like 450 square feet. There were like no doors. Cassidy and I ended up having to use the living room as our bedroom. It wasn't good, but I was so happy. I was like, I'm gonna live with my girlfriend. Like, we're so in love. It's like so amazing.
450 square feet?
And I'm talking like, I think it was like 450 square feet. There were like no doors.
That is really small. That is extremely small. And this is with the fisheye, okay? 450 square feet? Really?
Cassidy and I ended up having to use the living room as our bedroom. It wasn't good, but I was so happy. I was like, I'm gonna live with my girlfriend. Like, we're so in love. It's like so amazing. And I felt blissful in a way, if that's the right word to use. Like, it just felt really good. We got along really well.
Because she's addicted to that feeling. Because she's an addict. She's addicted. Look, this girl gets addicted to everything. She gets addicted to love, but not like love. She gets addicted to that feeling of, you know that feeling you get when you first start a relationship and everything's just like rainbows and butterflies and stuff. She's addicted to that. She's addicted to food. She's addicted to lying. She's addicted to, I don't even know.
And then after about, I want to say 6 months or so, things started, you know, kind of changing and shifting. I don't really know if I want to, like, go into, like, grave detail. We still loved each other a lot. After 6 months, we'd been together for... Things started, you know, kind of changing and shifting. I don't really know if I want to, like, go into, like, grave detail. We still loved each other a lot.
I guess that's true.
After 6 months, we'd been together for over 2 years, and...
See? She's embellishing that. They had not been together for over 2 years because they hadn't been together for a year and a half when she moved in. Why would her mother be so mad for her to come live there if they had actually been dating for a year and a half?
We were living together and this and that, and I noticed we started arguing a little bit more. Just over stupid stuff. Like, I can tell you that right now. And I still remember the first time she ever got physical. We had a laundry room in the apartment complex we were living in, and we were walking to the laundry room, and...
This is a memory. There's a memory there. She's telling the truth so far.
I would do our laundry for us. I didn't really like people touch...
She would not do their laundry for them.
Walking to the laundry room, and I remember back then I would do our laundry for us. I didn't really like people touching...
Huh. Nope, sure as fuck didn't. Did y'all see that? I'm sure you did, but let's try this again.
To the laundry room, and I remember back then I would do our laundry for us.
Ooh,
I didn't
lie.
like
Damn.
people touching my laundry. I still really don't, but
Lies.
I let Destiny do it because I trust her. But
wow, she is such a
I
lie.
have this weird thing with like people touching my laundry.
Okay.
Whatever. So, she was helping.
She was embellishing that like a lot for no reason.
Carry, I guess, laundry to the laundry room. I don't remember.
Okay, so she's saying she doesn't remember, and she's about to lie because she doesn't remember.
Really, what we were arguing about, but I know most of us really.
Okay, so she might remember what they're arguing about. She probably remembers exactly what they were arguing about.
Stupid, probably about the laundry, blah blah blah.
I'll tell y'all why in a minute.
And she was carrying her clothes. I'm pretty sure I remember, and I was like carrying mine. And then I want to say this happened.
She's making this shit up.
It's been like 6-7 years, so memories are kind of like fading here and there. But
I'm sure they are, Amberlynn. I'm sure your memories, I'm doing air quotes, your memories are fading.
I do remember us being on the sidewalk.
Lie.
And I remember her dropping
lie.
What was in her hands, and she took me by the throat, and she started yelling at me.
Okay, that's probably very true.
Memories are kind of like fading here and there. But I do remember us being on the sidewalk, and
she's lying.
I remember her dropping what was in her hands, and
okay. They were not on a sidewalk, and she didn't drop her stuff to go choke her. Okay.
She took me by the throat, and she started yelling at me. I was like, what? And I think at the time, what shocked...
She is scratching her neck nervously, which kind of makes me wonder, but, I mean, based on what we've seen in the past videos, it's a little tough. This one's a toughie.
What shocked me the most was the fact that she was doing it in such a public place. Like, there was nobody around that I remember, and, like, I was, like, crying. Like, she literally was having me by the throat, just, like, screaming at me. And then...
she wasn't screaming at her.
You know, she let go, obviously, and...
she's twisting her hair, which is a sign of nervousness.
I think I was so shocked and so numb.
Let me show you something. Scratching neck. Okay, look. Shielding their mouth. Touching one's nose. Rubbing eyes. Rubbing earlobes. Scratching neck. Pulling the collar. Fingers in the mouth. Let's look at another one. Alright. So people who are lying tend to change their head position quickly. Jerking back, bowing down, cocking, tilting to the side. So let's look out for that. Their breathing changes, not like we can tell. They stand very still. They may repeat words or phrases. They provide too much information, which, you know, we were talking about earlier. They may touch or cover their mouth. They instinctively cover vulnerable body parts, such as throat, chest, head, or abdomen. They tend to shovel their feet. Unfortunately, we can't see that. It may be difficult for them to speak. And she's like, bleh, like when she does that bleh thing. They may stare at you without blinking. Oh, look at her eyes. That's crazy. They tend to point a lot. Let's see. Mouth cover, nose touch, eye rub, ear grab, neck scratch. They just copied from the other one or vice versa. Collar pull, fingers in mouth, head position, standing still, feet shuffling, holding a stare. Voice change, repeating of words, providing too much information, anxiety in speaking, pausing to think before answering.
To the situation that I kind of just let it be. Honestly, that is the truth.
Okay, she looked down. Honestly, that is the truth. Let's watch that in slow-mo.
And so numb to the situation that I kind of just let it be. Honestly, that is the truth.
And she shook her head.
I didn't ever
lie.
think twice about it. Like, oh my God, is she going to start like abusing me?
Oh no, that
Nothing
was
like
true.
that.
She was looking hold on. She was looking above the lie. That's above the lie factory. Okay, so she said she didn't ever
think twice about it. Like,
she didn't think twice about it. She's telling the truth because it probably didn't happen the way she said it did.
Oh my God, is she going to start like abusing me? Nothing like that. Which is weird because of the childhood that I came from, right?
She looked over here again when she's thinking about her childhood, which is strange.
But we just went on. And she never really did that again. She would randomly like pinch me if I made her really mad. And
some people pinch when they're mad. It's better than punching, right?
I didn't think anything of that then either. Honestly, I didn't at all. And I want to say, we've been...
God, she wants to see all these words she's saying. She's like, and I think, and I want to say, and I feel like I remember this.
Together for about 3 years now.
Okay, so every time she talks about the length of time that they've been together, she looks down like this.
At this point. And I feel myself slowly, I stopped being like sexually attracted to her. I loved her though. I know that. I don't know if it was like a best friend thing, but I stopped just feeling that like connection, I guess. So when it came to intimacy, I want to say about a little bit after like 2 years of being together, it started to dwindle. It was definitely my fault. This is when things got really bad. I don't even know how to share this, but
okay. She doesn't even know she wants to share this, quote unquote. Yet she's making a video about this, okay? So, I mean, this tells you everything. Just those random things that she says where she's like, oh, I don't know, and I think I want to, I think I remember, I think I know, I think. That's her way of, like, embellishing the story and trying to make it casual when she knows damn well what she's planning to say right now.
I'm gonna have to. Destiny knows all about this, by the way. Like, it's something, like, I really needed to let her know about me. Okay, so Cassidy was very sexually...
Destiny knows because she told Destiny that.
Strived? Like, is it even a thing?
And also, okay, now remember, Destiny's the alpha, right? So Amberlynn wants to feel dainty around her. She wants to feel girly around her because Destiny's obviously, like, practically a dude. And, so something to give her the more of a damsel in distress thing would have been the perfect situation. I
don't know. She really thought I was attractive. I don't even know how to share this, but I'm gonna have to. Destiny knows all about this, by the way. Like, it's something like I really needed to.
Do you see how she keeps touching her chest and stuff? Just like that article said. She keeps touching vulnerable parts. Her neck.
Let her know about me. Okay, so Cassidy was very sexually strived. Like, is it even a thing? No. I don't know. She really thought I was attractive. She really was sexually attracted to me, and she always wanted to, like, have sex. And I stopped feeling that for her. Like, I didn't tell her that. I would just, like, make up things like, oh, I don't feel good, or oh, I'm on my period, like, even though I wasn't. And just little things like that. And it made her fucking pissed.
Okay, here's the thing. You ladies know that when you spend a lot of time around other women, that your periods sync up. We all know this. We've all, had, sisters maybe, or coworkers, or classmates, or teammates, or whatever. Everybody gets their period at the same time. Now, if they are living in a 450 square feet apartment, then all three of those women would know whether or not she's on her period. Which is, so I think that she is lying about that just based on common sense. But let's look at her face again when she says that. We're going to take that down a notch.
I didn't tell her that. I would just, like, make up things like, oh, I don't feel good, or oh, I'm on my period, like.
That's not true. Look at that pause. Look at that beautiful, beautiful pause.
Even though I wasn't. And just little things like that. And it made her fucking pissed. When you say no to someone, whether you've been with them for like a month or whether you've been with them for like...
Okay. She looked down again when she was talking about time.
6 years. If you say no to a sexual act, your partner should accept that. That is where I firmly stand. But she didn't. And she would literally sit there and beg me. At first, it was like cute little begs, like, oh, come on, baby, whatever. But then
Did y'all see that? Watch it. Watch again. Whenever she says, oh, come on. Okay, begging. She's talking about begging and, oh, come on, baby, watch.
And she would literally sit there and beg me. At first, it was like cute little begs. Like, oh, come on.
So her glasses, like I said, are a defense mechanism. And every time she lies, she touches her glasses.
Baby.
Did you see that? She looked down again.
Whatever. But then as time gradually went on, it became, you're gonna fucking touch me whether you like it or not.
Lie. Ooh! That was,
And
she's touching her face.
I was like, you can't force me. And little did I know.
How do y'all like that vocal fry just then? You can't force me. If you don't know what vocal fry is, let me teach you something. Okay, so vocal fry is basically it kind of started with the Kardashians, so they say, but not really. It's been around for a long time, but just sort of like how I have that sort of Valley Girl speak. My generation, we kind of ended up with a sort of mixture of Valley Girl and vocal fry. I try really hard not to have vocal fry, but a lot of girls, especially after the Kardashians came out, they started to speak like this, and here's how it goes. Hey guys, how's it going? So you see it's like frying your vocal cords? Okay. I don't know. I just was feeling sort of down. Like that kind of, or if I'm just talking normal, like, hey guys, how's it going? I am so pissed. Like that? Okay. That's vocal fry.
She can,
Lie.
fucking touch me whether you like it or not. And
touching her
I
face.
was like, you can't force me. And little did I know she can.
Little did I know she can. Sorry. Little did I know she can.
That's when she started punching me a lot. She would aim for my belly.
Ooh! Did y'all see that? Sorry, I'm having to watch this in slow-mo, but I think that she definitely planned this video out very extensively. And so a lot of her micro expressions and stuff are only really detectable from someone who knows how to look for them or doing slow-mo.
I don't think she ever actually hit me in the face.
You don't think? Here's the thing. Sorry, that was me slamming down my vape. If you've been abused, if you have been abused, you know exactly where you've been hit. Okay? This pisses me the fuck off. If you have been in an abusive relationship, yeah, I'm getting all up in my computer right now. I am like straight up next to my keyboard. If you have been abused, you don't, I think she hit me in the face. No, you remember that shit. You know why? Because you end up getting bruises and cuts on your face that you remember having because they were there for weeks. You had to deal with seeing people and having people say, oh my gosh, what happened to you? And you have to lie about it. And you have to say, oh, I just hit my face on the door or, you know, whatever. Like, you don't just, I think she didn't hit me in the face. Bixby thought I was talking to Bixby. Bixby's such an idiot. Bixby, you'll never be Siri.
Her favorite spot was my stomach. She would punch me really hard in my stomach.
Lie.
She punched me like around right here a lot.
She's adjusting her
punched me
collar.
on my arms.
That's probably true.
And she would continuously do it until I agreed to make love to her or have sex, whatever you want to consider it. So not only was I being physically abused, but I was pretty much being, like, raped. That is...
Okay, that was, remember, so this is a very iffy spot. And I've said that before, and I'll say it again. This spot is either the spot of embellishment. This part right here is truth. This part right here is either embellishment or she might not be sure, so she's kind of saying what she thinks might be the truth, and this is a lie.
What I consider it, because I continuously would say no to her. It was such like a bad, but I was pretty much being, like, raped. That is what I consider it, because I continuously would say no to her.
Okay, so she said, I continuously say no to her. Looks down right here. Did you see her eyes are darting around? That's also a sign.
It was such like a bad mixture of everything. And this one.
And I do think that they had a bad relationship. That's why she seems so genuine when she's talking about it being, like, shitty and stuff, because it probably was really tumultuous. But you can be in a tumultuous relationship and it not be abusive.
Go on. This would happen probably weekly. Here are the tears. I was trying to be strong for this video.
Let's look at that. I'm sorry, I keep putting it in slow-mo, but it's just so theatrical. It makes me sick.
This would go on. This would happen probably weekly.
So what she's doing is she probably is saying, like, they would fight weekly, but not necessarily, like, fight, just, like, argue. So it was a difficult relationship for her. That's not a lie.
Here are the tears.
Here are the tears. So have y'all ever, you know, like, started sort of tearing up thinking about something that's happened to you, but you've cried so much about it in your life that you don't really cry anymore when you think about it? Like, you may have a moment to yourself where your face seems like it's about to cry, but then you're like, yeah, I'm over it. That's what just happened. And so she's trying to embellish her tears right here, and this right here shows you she's lying about that.
I was trying to be strong for this video. A lot of people would ask, why didn't I hit her back? Why didn't I leave her in that, in that stance? I loved her. At the time, I was confused. I didn't love her, like, as a girlfriend. I just loved her as a person. She was that first true relationship I
No, she had a relationship before Kasey, apparently.
was in, and we had such amazing times that...
Head shake. I don't think they had that many amazing times, especially after time has passed. If it was a tumultuous relationship, she probably doesn't really remember a lot of good times with it anymore.
I just felt like maybe one day she'll stop being like...
And she could very well be crying because she's lying.
This, maybe one day she'll stop forcing me to have sex with her. One day she'll stop hitting me.
Okay, do you see that? Do you see that? Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Fuck. Damn it. Okay, watch this. Okay, when she says forcing and when she says hitting or whatever it is she says, she looks over here. So watch.
I just felt like maybe one day she'll stop being like this. Maybe one day she'll stop forcing me to have sex with her. One day she'll stop hitting me. And as many times as I felt like, okay, maybe things will change, it just kept getting worse and worse after that moment. She
darted over here again.
Like, not only was she hitting me because I wouldn't have sex with her, she was hitting me if I wouldn't do the dishes on time. She would...
I don't know about that.
Push me up against counters. And
she might have done that.
And one thing she never did was she never, like, called me.
She scratched her neck.
Names. Never.
That's true.
And
that's not true. And she scratched her neck.
I was, like, living in that, like, moment of sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me type of thing. where it's like, okay, hitting people, blah, 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 but if, like, she started emotionally hurting me, then I should leave. I was just in a very unhealthy situation. And as time went on, I really wanted to leave. That was when I met Crystal online. It just kind of fatefully happened. Like, I was not looking for a relationship. I was in a relationship. Me and Crystal became really good friends. And then I started realizing, like, Crystal is what I need in my life, not Kasey. Kasey is abusive. And not only is she abusive physically, but she's abusive, like, sexually. And that is not okay. And I remember one time in particular when we weren't arguing about anything, like, sexual or whatever. I don't remember what the argument was. I know her mom was home. Her mom was in her room, a very small apartment, so we were, like, arguing in whispers, like, so she couldn't hear. And I'm pretty sure she got the gist of it, because Kasey started hitting me really hard. It was probably one of the worst ever, and I was kind of just like...
Okay, I think I need to watch this story in slow-mo. Because...
I'm pretty sure she got the gist of it, because Kasey started hitting me really hard. It was probably one of the worst ever. And I was kind of just like, you know...
I think they had a really bad fight. I don't think that it was her being hit.
Blocking myself, or at least trying to. And Kasey's mom came in.
Lie.
And all she said is, Kasey, what are you doing? And then walked away.
Okay, so she's pursing the corners of her mouth and licking her lips. Okay. That's garbage.
The whole time I lived there, I really hoped there was a moment where Kasey's mom...
She feels shame for even living there.
...would see. I thought maybe she'd be my hero and, like, somehow change the way Kasey treated me. I thought maybe... you know, her and I would become closer because she saw I was in an abusive relationship, because me and Kasey's mom were never close.
So why would you think that she'd be your hero?
She didn't do anything about it. And,
yeah, that's her daughter.
And, oh yeah, to answer the question of, like, why didn't I ever hit her back?
She's about to lie.
Because my brother used to hit me a lot when I was a teenager. My brother used to hit me a lot when I was a teenager, when I was like 16.
That kind of was in the shame zone.
My brother is a year younger than me, but he's strong. Like, he might be my little brother, but he's my big brother, you know? And he would hit me a lot. And
so see how she said, she looked over here when she said he's my big brother? It's because that's not a true statement. Do you see how I'm, like, finding consistencies here?
And I know it's because he has anger issues. He saw how my dad was with my mom and this and that.
See, he saw how her dad was to her mom. He saw it. That's what I was talking about earlier.
And that's just what he did. And he would emotionally fuck me up in the head. He did a lot. Like, I felt like my own brother hated me for a while there, but that's a whole other subject. But when he first started hitting me, I would hit him back for, like, self-defense. And it just made him more angry and more mad. And
true.
The punches got worse, the bruises got darker. And I didn't want that with Kasey. I was scared. I was way too
She looked down again because Kasey didn't hit her.
scared to hit back, so I never did. I think what drew the line with me and Kasey was her and her mom. This was, like, one of the worst nights in the world. Like, I can't even. Okay, Kasey was mad about something. She pushed me up against the counter. She got a knife and was throwing it in my face and saying that she was gonna stab me. I was like, yeah, right. Like, and then she started really hitting me, like, in my chest and kind of, like, in my boobs. And Kasey's mom came out and blamed it all on me. And then Kasey's mom threw this, like, big clear ashtray in my chest and kind of, like, in my boobs. And Kasey's mom came out and blamed it all on me. And then Kasey's mom threw this, like, big clear ashtray marked my head. It hurt so bad. And in that moment, I was like, why am I here? What am I doing?
I think that may have actually happened. Okay, here's what I think. I think Cassidy / Kasey does have anger issues. I do think that she has done some things to Amberlynn. Do I think that she raped her? No. Do I think that she forced her to have sex with her? No. Do I think that she may have been a little aggressive when it came to trying to be sexual? Yes. Do I think that she hit her all the time? No. Do I think that she hit her? Yes. I think she hit her on the arm. But I really, honest to God, think that that statement about the ashtray is true. That's just my opinion. Take it as you will.
A little bit there. I kind of felt like I was trapped in a cage. I loved this girl. True. But I didn't love her right. Everything about it was unhealthy. It is so hard to describe. The only people who can feel...
Basically, it was an extremely toxic relationship. They should never have moved in together because they weren't together for a year and a half. They had never even met each other before. They may have known each other for a year and a half, but they definitely weren't romantically involved for a year and a half because, again, earlier she lied about that.
Feel this way and understand what I'm saying is people who have been in an abusive relationship. It is as much as like your boyfriend or your girlfriend will hit you, you still love them, and it's so unhealthy. And I just want to tell you guys.
Okay, so she's looking over here again when she's talking about hitting and stuff. So I don't think that that's true, but I do think that she's relating to it because of her parents.
From firsthand, that if anyone emotionally hurts you, sexually hurts you, or physically hurts you, don't stand for it. Don't, because it ruins you. And through everything, like, you find it so hard to trust people, and it's so hard to open up, and you have this like guard up that could really just mess up your world, and it's not good. It's not. And I know
she's going back to her childhood.
How hard it is. Like, if you're in an abusive relationship, I know how hard it is, because you trust in your heart and in your soul that they'll change, and you start to kind of accept the love
she's describing the things her mother has told her.
Think you deserve it. I promise you so much that you deserve so much more than what you're getting.
And you know, it's a shame. It's a shame that everything that she... Not everything. It's a shame that she was lying so much in this video because her main point is very true. And I think she really does feel emotional about it, again, because of her parents. It just sucks. What's she thinking about?
Nobody, and I mean nobody, deserves to be hit by their boyfriend or girlfriend, or their wife or husband. Nobody. And I feel like a lot of the time, since I am a lesbian, like, abusive relationships, and like nobody. And I feel like a lot of the time, since I am a lesbian, like...
I'm not sure she's lesbian. She might be bisexual.
Like, abusive relationships in, like, the lesbian community aren't as, like... What's the word for it? Aren't as, like, oh no, compared to, like, if you're in a heterosexual relationship, but it's just the same. Like, or if it's two guys, like, you should not be hurt. Like, God, I'm just so grateful that I left that unhealthy environment. And I just want to say, Crystal never physically hurt me. Destiny never physically hurts me. And I feel like that is the most precious gift. That's sad to say, but I've been through such freaking hell, you know, in my whole life, that, you know, being with someone who actually doesn't want to hurt me, that feels fucking awesome, because I feel like every kind of relationship I've been in my life, whether it be, like, with my brother or, like, a friend, I feel like whatever it may be, they've hurt me in some type of way, and it's almost like they got off on it and enjoyed it. But I'm stronger than that, and I know what is right and what is wrong. And
she doesn't know what's right and what's wrong. What she's about to say is a lie.
I will learn a lot. I have learned a lot being with Cassidy.
Okay. She's thinking about all the lies she just told.
And, if you guys are wondering, yes, she is now a he, and, it's been a long time, 6 years since I was with her, and we talk on Facebook here and there, and things are very different.
Not no mo.
She regrets everything she did, but I'm kind of at that point where
she regrets everything she did, everything she didn't do.
I might cry about it now, but I've healed.
She's lying.
I have, but it's definitely like memories that make me sad, but I've healed from it, and I'm stronger because of it, and I've learned because of it, and I know that the bad in my life made
now,
me
she was talking about Kasey, and she said, and I know, and then she brought her eyes over here. She said, the bad things in my life. So when she says the bad things in my life, she's definitely referring to like her parents and her upbringing.
Wiser, and I'm able to key into people more. I'm rambling, but just know that if you're in an abusive relationship, you're not alone. I've been there, and you deserve so much more for yourself. And I just figured I'd share the story with you guys because that is a big part of my life that I went through.
That is a big part of my life that I went through. She didn't go through it.
There, and you deserve so much more for yourself. And I just figured I'd share this story with you guys because that is a big part of my life that I went through. Me and Kasey were together for 4 years.
For 4 years. Again, she looked down in the time, so they probably weren't together as long as she says they were.
I was like, closing the door, I'm done. So, and that also goes for like if you're forced in a relationship to have sex, that is not okay.
Lie.
Not okay, and I
mean, it's not okay, but she's saying, when she was talking about being forced, she looked back down over here again.
Consider it rape. Because it does not matter at all that if we were in a relationship or that we're lesbian, she forced me. And a lot of people can question, how is that possible? It's very possible. And it made me feel
touching her face.
So like degrading.
Ooh, look at that face.
Gross and grummy and
grummy.
I'm done. But I just figured I'd share this with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was like very crazy, and it's not normally something I upload onto YouTube, but I want to try,
it's not normally something I upload on YouTube.
Sharing more about my past with you guys to make you understand a little bit more of why I am who I am today. So,
why she lies the way she lies today.
See you guys in the next video. Bye.
All right, I can't talk anymore. That was intense. We got pretty clear understanding of what actually happened, I think. Again, this is all my opinion based on what I know and based on what I'm observing. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed. Another request that I've gotten is to go back to the Destiny's Cat video, so I will be doing that one soon. If you have any other requests of videos you'd like for me to analyze, please link them down below in the comments. I'd be happy to help you out. Okay, you guys have a wonderful night or day or whatever, or week or month or year, however long. Okay, bye now.